Hi, welcome to Ascending Soul's Journey. I am Lorianne, your intuitive guidance counselor, psychic medium here. I was doing a segment called Spiritual Connections Live, and I did it for almost the entire year of last year, and it was really, really beneficial for so many of you. I received so many compliments on how you were able to see things from a different perspective. So, one of the messages, good morning, hello, and welcome. I'm so glad you're here today. I keep hearing this message over and over, and I will tell you guys that I've been hearing it for quite some time. Okay. So, I wanted to really look at this. And what I keep hearing is somebody, and this is a group of you because I hear different voices saying the same message. Oh, those are my puppies, and they are working outside. So I apologize if there's a little bit of loudness in the background. Captain Love Bug's down there eating my older dog. He's like, "Ash, ash, ash, ash." Um, why God? Why am I alone? Now, the reason I really want to bring this to you is because it's a repetitive message that I've been hearing for about 5 or 6 months. Okay. Now, I wanted to take a look at this, and a lot of us are not really aware that God, universe, divine, source, whatever name you want to use, higher self, whichever name. Okay. We are all meant to have a partner in life. We are created to be in a pair, just like Noah's Ark put everybody in pairs, right? Now that has to do with multiplication of that particular gender, that particular breed, etc. Same thing with us, but we literally have a true life partner. Now, one of the sad things that happens along the way is we begin to look negatively at love overall in general. And when we're looking at it from the conscious mind, okay, you guys are listening to me right now. This is the conscious mind. You are aware, you can hear what I'm saying. Then we have the subconscious mind. These are things we don't think about. This is when somebody says something to us and we react and we don't know why we did that. We don't know why we blew it out of proportion because it's coming from the subconscious mind as a reaction. So, our subconscious mind is the part that we blink. It's the automated system is connected to it. The subconscious mind is also connected to the soul. It's connected to the part of us, of our own internal belief systems. Okay. So when we're looking at why God, why am I alone? You really want to become self aware, aware of what you are thinking. Have you been through so much like me? Okay. So much stuff when it comes to relationships and love overall in general. And I'm talking every level, not just romantic. But when we're really aware, we can see things very, very differently. Okay. And this is going to pertain to family, to romance. It doesn't matter. But the people who are talking about this that I keep hearing, this is coming through on a romantic level. Why am I alone? Okay. I get this feeling from you that I don't deserve. I've been alone for so long. Nobody sees me. I'm not blessed with the beauty of having a relationship. And I want you to know that's not correct. So take a look at self awareness. What is your conscious mind thinking? I want love. Maybe I don't want love. Me, right now, over the last 2, 3 years, I didn't want a permanent relationship. Date, yes. Have fun, absolutely. But I wasn't looking to be in a committed relationship. And that's what I brought to me. Now, I'm not saying I didn't date, I did, but I didn't want a relationship. So, what type of people are coming toward me? The type of people that I am consciously, subconsciously drawing into me. So, the people that I drew into me are non committal people. There were a few that were, and they wanted a relationship, and I did not. So I brought to me exactly how I'm resonating, feeling, connecting to myself inside. Non committal people because I did not want a relationship. Now I'm ready for a relationship. So, what am I drawing into me? People that are open minded, they're ready for a relationship. When we really look at self-awareness, you guys, there's so much to it that we don't even recognize. We don't realize. We hear facts, we hear scientific research, all these things, and it goes in one ear. We hold on to it for a little bit and let it go. But the fact is, by the age of 2, scientifically, they have proven that children's basic characteristic traits are developed by the age of 2. So when we're looking, and each of you are going to be different, but when we're looking at a person, when I'm looking at you as a guidance client, I want to take a look at who's around you. Were you alone? Were you alone a lot? Maybe you're used to being alone. There's a lot of things that you will recognize as you start going backwards. Did you get raised in a toxic environment where you were told, nobody wants you? You're not good enough. You're looking at people here going, I'm not as good as them, therefore I get nothing. That's not true. That's not true. And for each and every one of you, it is really important that you pay attention to what you're thinking, because what we think, we create, right? What we think. Nobody wants me. On a hidden level, on a subconscious level, what are you thinking? You want to really look at that. How do you do that? There's a lot of different ways to do that. And those of you who I'm honored to have worked with you through your guidance counseling, you know exactly what I'm talking about. What we think is what we create. So the message that I have for you guys is to do the work. Now, many of you are going, what's the work? What's the work? Self awareness, self evaluation. What am I drawing into me? What are my true belief systems about relationships and about me? And some of you have had that assignment from me personally in guidance sessions, right? And it was exceedingly valuable because then we become aware of what we're creating, what we're creating. You see, it can take a while. And some of you said, you know what? I've been asking God, I've been asking divine for 2 years. I want the person. Well, let's take a look at it. Are you ready within for the relationship? If you are aware that God's going to give you, Source is going to give you the right person for you, what is blocking you? What's holding you back from this person, from what you say you want? Okay. Could it be that subconsciously you're relating every person, everybody you date, every relationship to what you grew up with? Why should I invest? I had a man, a really great guy. We worked together, and I do not date people I work with, just like I don't date my clients, right? It's a rule of thumb that I feel is very valuable in the professional world. This man wanted to date me for a year, and I kept saying no, no, no. And he would ask me right in front of everybody else, point blank. He had like a form of Tourette's, you know what I mean? He just like, boom, throw it out there right in front of everybody. And I'd have to say, yeah, no. A year later, he left the company and we did start dating. And his words to me was, I have, as if some of you are aware, I have multiple sclerosis. Okay, it's remit, relapse, comes and goes. Usually I'm fine, but every now and then you'll see I withdraw, and I withdraw for a reason. I have to re-energize myself, right? So he was very well aware that I had MS, and his words to me was, I don't want to open up to you. I don't want to be vulnerable to you because you have MS, and I don't want to fall in love with you because then you'll die on me. Yeah. So this is what he said to me. So that stuck with me for quite some time. For a few years, those words, it hurt me on a such a profound level. It's like judgment and judge, jury, convicted, boom, everything. But the truth is, every single person in this world, most all people, not everyone, Whether they see it or not, they have health issues. They have issues, whether it's mental health, emotional health, physical health. Sometimes it's spiritual health. Okay. But what he did is he planted a seed of in value within me because I'm faulted. I don't need, I don't deserve. And I really hung on to that for about 3 years. It bothered me on a profound level. What he really did, he is a soulmate to me, okay? And at the time, I knew who he was, but I didn't quite get the whole thing. This was a while back ago. What he did on a subconscious level was actually enhanced what I grew up with. I was told growing up, you're not valuable. Who's going to want you? What do you have to offer somebody else? So, what he was doing was triggering me into my subconscious mind. I'm not good enough. Lack, devalue, degradation of me, but I was doing it to myself. He didn't mean it to hurt me, and I know that. But the way it did come out and the trigger was to my childhood. It had nothing directly to do with him. Yeah, it was really rude, right? It was freaking rude. But he did make amends. He did apologize. So I understood where he's coming from. But when we're really looking at what is it that I want? What is it? Why am I alone? Do I want to be alone? I wanted to be alone the last few years. That was by choice. Now it will be different, but I'm very selective about who I'm spend time with, right? You guys know I'm busy because I work with all of you. So take a look at your belief systems, your own personal self awareness. And for those of you who are going to the empowerment retreat, that one thing that you've been working on, healing, removing blockages. I've done all the work, but nothing's happening. Write it down and bring it with you because during this retreat, we're going to take a look at that and we are going to get it gone. We're going to remove that from you where you feel that sense of freedom, where you have regained a form of empowerment by the time you leave. That particular one area, we will make sure somehow, some way you're going to release it, whether it's that weekend or within the next 2 to 3 weeks following. Yeah, they're saying they're gonna help you to let go of that, but it's gonna be dynamic. That's why I did all the retreats and the workshops for you in different locations. And right now, if you go onto my webpage, I've got all of them up where you can at least book your seat because the workshops are very limited. Some of them I have like 20 people and I'm only hoping for 10 because it's going to be working with you one on one. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that. And this is from June all the way through October, where I'm going to help you guys really figure out self awareness. Who am I? What do I have to offer somebody? What am I looking for? Sometimes people say to me in readings, I want somebody to love me. Yep, I love you. Is that really what you want? Is that really what you want me to know? Is that what you're asking God? Please bring me somebody to love me because I love you, but I'm not in love with you. So be very careful about what you're asking God, about what you're asking divine to send you. They sent you to me. I love you, but that's not really what you meant, right? So be very clear and concise on what it is you want. And I recommend that you write it down. And again, those of you going to my empowerment retreat, write it down, that one thing, and bring it with you, okay? Because it's going to be gone. So, what I'm going to do for you right now, before I look at any questions, and I do say hello to each and every one of you, and I haven't read your questions yet, but I want to pull a card. I'm being guided to pull a message from the Whispers of Love Oracle. It's whatever the universe wants you to know to help this particular group, actually, each and every one of you in your journey, okay? And if you see icky, if you guys would just delete the icky people that put the nasty comments, because I have a few of those. So actually, two cards came out for you guys. So this is what they want you to know. Slow down. When you're excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take time to allow things to unfold naturally. What a very important message for what I'm talking about. And the reason I'm saying this is some of you are dating and you're trying to rush it. You're trying to push it. Do you love me? Do you love? Are we going to be a couple? Slow down. Let things flow naturally. Allow the universe and the angels to come in and build a foundation for you. Because if you are basing it on your past, you're going to have an absolute repetitive cycle of what you came out of. But if you really want love on every level in your life, it's time for you to just give it a, okay, whatever's meant to be is going to be, and it's going to come through. But also making sure that you're aware of what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're doing. Sometimes we say and do things that actually sabotage relationships and we have no clue. And the people we're dealing with don't tell us. You just blew them out of the water. Another person I was dealing with, oh my God, we just had this incredible connection. Oh, yeah, no, 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 and created this massive drama pushing me away. Now we're apart because of what? Fear. They were afraid. They were afraid to open up, just like the man I was talking about that I dated for quite some time. He did fall in love with me. He told me he was in love, and I knew it. I love him, I care about him, but I wasn't in love with him. So we did not become a permanent, solidified couple by my choice, okay? Now, the next one is going to be beautiful for you guys. So, new love. Embrace this new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth, but it most definitely has to do with love, new love of yourself. If you're going through a journey, whether you've chosen to make major life transformations, are you done reflecting on you? Are you done healing the past? See, God wants to bring you this new person, new love, okay? And whoever you're involved with, slow down so that things can get grounded. In order to allow things to flow naturally and to come together in a permanent, healthy relationship, you have to have a base foundation. Look at it like building a house, right? We have to go through, dig out all the bad dirt, dig out the caliche, and replace it with good dirt. Then we have to do the fittings to pour the concrete. Foundation, solid. Now, if the earth moves a little bit, because it does every single day, all the time, it's not going to damage the concrete, right? Now we have the four pillars. For those of you who are twin flames, that's the four pillars in the four wands. Those four pillars, that's the foundation of the wall setting and the top. So you have to build it in layers. You have to build it so that the strength is cemented into the foundation. That's your internal foundation. When we're done working on us, that's when God brings in that person. But if you still got a blockage and you're walking around saying, nobody loves me, I can't find love, every relationship has failed, what are you thinking about consciously? And what are you thinking about subconsciously? Were you in a toxic romantic relationship that devastated you? Or growing up, like I said earlier, in a home environment? What we think on both those levels is what we draw into us. So as soon as you get this ick gone, that's when they come rolling in. If you're ready, if you're ready. Me, I was ready, but I didn't want anybody, right? Now I'm ready, and now I'm moving forward in that area of my life. So we have to build a foundation. Those of you going through the journey, it's been 2, 3, maybe even 4 years, and you're going, why not? You may be one of these people that I'm hearing. Why am I alone? I've done the work. Did you build your financial world around you? Okay. Are your debts paid off? Are you cleared out? You literally, it's like going through the basement and donating these things. You haven't looked at them in years. I don't like that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Why am I holding on to this? This is from kindergarten and I didn't even like it. It wasn't even mine. Throw it out. All of those things are holding you back in your life because we cannot see through the clutter in our basement. We can't see the good things that we really need. They're hidden, they're buried behind all the that you're donating. Same thing inside of you. You have to clear the clutter. And how we do that is through self awareness. Self awareness. So I do challenge each and every one of you to take this test. You can write down on a piece of paper. Those of you who are guidance clients, you know what I'm talking about. What do I want in a relationship? Romantic relationship, relationships overall in general. What is it you are looking for in a relationship? What, on another paper, what are you looking for in a partner? When we're talking about romantic love, what am I looking for in a partner? Now, I don't mean superficial, and be very careful about your words. Again, if you say, I want somebody who loves me, you're going to get it. You know, the narcissist may love you, but they're used to being manipulative. So they're going to go, "Poof," and they're going to do what they do. That's who they are. They aren't going to change because you want love. Doesn't matter if they love you, they have their own issues, right? So I want love. Here comes somebody. They're going to love you for the weekend and then they're gone. I want love. Here comes another person. They're going to love you for 2 months and then poof, they're gone. Take a look at that. And when we write it out, we can see things very, very clearly. So this empowerment retreat is all about you. It is all about you. And it is going to be amazing. I think there's still about 10 more rooms left. Now, I have updated it on my site. Those of you who want to go to the empowerment retreat, I have 10 spots available, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free. All right. So you and your best friend, you and your romantic partner, you and your sister, doesn't matter. For those of you who are looking for a roommate, I do have a person, beautiful person. This isn't about romance. There's nothing sexual, but they are looking to share a room because those rooms that are available at a discounted rate at the Laguna Marriott, there is queen beds. There's actually 3 or 4 different rooms you can pick from. I think I only put on the video one king size room. They're very beautiful. And if you are looking for a partner to share a room with to save on costs, you're going to see that. Now, on my website, you're going to see different areas. So in June, this is everything. We're going to look at all different areas of your life. And we are at the ocean, which is the best place to do the healing and the release, which we're going to do while we're there. In July, we're going to Virginia. In Virginia, it's all about blockages, where I'm going to look at you, I'm going to look into you, I'm going to tell you what I see, and I will guide you to self-discovery in that area. But this is a very, very small group of you, so I've allowed you to reserve your seat. That way it doesn't get taken before you know it. So we've got a multitude, there's 5 different things. Take a look at it. Let me know what you think. And go ahead and reserve your seat. Each and every one of them are available for to be held. So I hope this helps you guys. Now, go ahead and if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them as I can. But remember, God has a person for each and every one of us. Okay. Too much drama. So take a look at that, Jeffrey. Why is there so much drama around you? Did you grow up in a very dramatic environment? Did you grow up with somebody who was a yeller, a screamer? My mom was a screamer, scream, scream, yeah, 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 all the time. There was like not one day. That's probably why I love peace and quiet right now, because it was awful, right? So, oh, you are so welcome, Michelle. Thank you for such lovely words. I do love doing this for each and every one of you. You know I do. I do. I have to say, though, through February, through the beginning of May, oh my gosh, so many grumpy people, so much anger and hostility, right? I'm sure a lot of you saw that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. He is in a better place. Not personal questions, Anna, but directly related to the topic. So, you guys, this spiritual connections is about asking general questions because there's so many of you. I will come up with a format. Well, we'll get together. It'll be a group setting, but I'm not planning on doing it until like July, beginning of July, where we'll join a group and then we'll go in and then I can do these same type of things, but answer your specific personal questions, which I'm going to do at the retreat in June, and I will be doing it throughout the others. Do not worry that your life is shattered. Stop. Take a look at your shattered life and start reflecting. Start looking at what is it I need to do? Why did my life crumble? Was your foundation not solid? Was there a little bit of an earthquake, a tower moment in the tarot cards where it maybe put a buckle in that concrete and now you've got drama going around? Or was that an environment you grew up in? So you're drawing in people who are very much like that. When we come in from a toxic upbringing, we do see we're a little different than other people, but we find our environment is normal. The healthy people over here, that's not normal. I've had people say, I don't like you because you're too happy. That can't be real, right? And it is real. That's really who I am. Do I get mad? Oh, yeah, I get mad. I'm like, "Whoosh." But it doesn't happen that often. It's very rare that I get angry with anybody. Okay. So take a look. But I did come from a very angry upbringing. So in my younger years, I didn't process anger very well. I had to teach me how to process anger. So take a look at why you have so much drama around you. All right. What are you drawing in? Yes, it was a good question, Dee. Dee said that was a good question, and it was. Um, you're very welcome. I love to share. Okay, you guys. So I do look forward to meeting each and every one of you at all of these events where you will be working with me and my team personally one on one. Keep in mind, these are very low amounts of people allowed into these sessions. So I do challenge you to write that down and see what you want in a relationship, what you want in love, in a partner, and it is not superficial. I want a yellow house built in. Let's look at the foundational first, and then later, once you clear out all the clutter, then you can start adding the colors and adding the flowers and adding beautiful murals and all of the. I know mine's very raw and authentic, and some like and some don't. Actually, I'm going to be doing a live show to explain what this really is, but it's all about empowerment right here on my wall. Everything that I painted on my wall is about what I do for you and about where you are headed and going toward empowerment. So we'll talk more about that very, very soon. Perhaps next week, I'm not sure. So, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you get some benefit. Click the link below. You have a little arrow that will drop this down, and you can see on my website, ascendingsoulsjourney.com, what I have for you. It's amazing, and you're really going to aspire in all areas of your life through these events. Have a wonderful day. I love you, and thank